Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 6, 1988, and we are at Tiger Stadium for a very big American League East matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. Let's take a look at the standings at this time. In the American League East, the Yankees actually lead the Tigers by percentage points, but they are tied for first. The Boston Red Sox are 2 games back. The Blue Jays are 2.5, and the Brewers are 3. But remember, top 3 get in, so the Blue Jays are only a half game back of the Red Sox, and the Brewers are only 1 game back of the Red Sox for third. 5 teams looking for spots in the AL East. I should also mention the Detroit Tigers are 1-4 on the board. So right now they may have a very difficult tiebreaker because they've only won 1 game on the board. The Blue Jays are 2-2. So right now this is a very big game here on the board tonight. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics 6.5 lead in that division. The Twins have a 2-game lead on Kansas City at second and third. The Angels are not out of it. They're only a half game behind the Royals for third. Those 4 teams are still very much alive. In the NL East, the Pirates, a 3.5 game lead on Montreal. Those 2 could be flip-flopping later. The Mets, only a 1-game lead on the Cardinals for third. The Mets need to win ball games, and the Cardinals, they also need to do that as well. In the West, the Astros have a 2-game lead on the Giants for number 1 in that division. The Reds right now hold third. They have a 1.5 lead on San Diego. The Dodgers are not out of it yet. They are 4.5 back of third. But with 73 losses, they can lose no more than 7 games or they will be out. That is the standings here on today's date. Frank Wainscott and Steeler fan join us here at Tiger Stadium. I'm sure Chuck Rawlings will be joining us very shortly. The Blue Jays historically won this game 7-3. The Blue Jays had 10 hits. The Tigers had 8 hits and 3 errors. Tigers did not play a very good game. The Tigers tonight have a bit of a hodgepodge lineup as what you would normally see with September call-ups. But of course, because at this time, these teams probably were not in the fight for the division title. But here, these games mean a lot, and we will see what happens as we move through the pennant race. Brian Patterson now joins us here at Tiger Stadium. So the fans here at Tiger Stadium know what's at stake. The Tigers need to win games. They are 1-4 on the board. The Blue Jays are at 500. A 1-5 record for Detroit means they will not get the tiebreaker if it comes to a position or seeding. Well, that's about how it's going on. Let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight is Doyle Alexander. 14 wins, 11 losses, a 4.32 ERA. Jeremy Brooks now joins us here at the Stadium of the Tiger, and we are all set and ready to go. Let's play some baseball here. Top of the first, as Chuck Rawlings is now here. Let's get going. Leading off for the Jays will be the shortstop, Tony Fernandez, a 287 average, 5 homers, 70 RBIs, and 88. We are using blue, white, and white dice. Tigers are the home team. The fans here know what's at stake. This is a big game in the AL East. Tigers got to get board wins. They are 1-4. The Blue Jays are 2-2. Let's see what happens tonight. Alexander 4-3, walk 8, and that will be ball 4. Tiger Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts and 2 to walks. And against the righty, Fernandez will become a 9. And that will be a leadoff walk for the Jays. Alexander had 39 walks in 88, not many of them. 229 innings pitched. He had very good control. So walks are going to be maybe rare for him. Texag 75 joins us here at Tiger Stadium, number 21. Infield a double play. Next batter for the Bluebirds will be Lloyd Mosby. He is at center field for tonight. 239 average, 10 homers, 42 RBIs. Fernandez at 15 stolen bases. He won't go anywhere. Alexander with the pitch. 6-2, hit by pitch. 8, no, that misses. Mosby, 6-4, and that ball is at the left field. That is a 17, and against the righty, that's going to be a fly out to left and out number 1, as Fred Lynn will get to that play and make the catch. 1 out. Next up is the Toronto designated hitter, Rance Mullenix. 300 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. Mullenix in his career, I felt, was pretty solid. Keeping your mom company for the evening while his son's a death metal show here. Oh, okay. I hope he's having fun. Doug Hunt joins us here at the Stadium of the Tiger. I should do a strategy roll first. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Alexander, 6-4. That is a blank. Mullenix, 2-4. That's a ground ball hit to short. 3-2-3. Second base, pivot, Whale Wander, 0-1-3, double play. Nope, that's going to be a throw to first. Fernandez will get to second base, 2 outs. Fernandez will get there on a grounder to short. And now we will see the left fielder, George Bell. 269 average, 24 homers, 97 RBIs. I always felt Bell was a solid player. 2 men down. Strategy. Nothing on the 11. Fernandez stays put. Alexander with the pitch. Alexander, 3-1. Error on a grounder. Bell, 2-3. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 5. And against the righty, that's going to be a base hit for Bell. Into center field, it'll be a single. Single to center. Pettis' error rating is a 3. He will not make an error. Fernandez, base running 3. Single to center becomes a 4 with 2 outs. Single to center plus 2 is a 6. There's not going to be a throw. Fernandez will come around and score, and the Blue Jays will take a quick 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Bell. RBI single by Bell puts the Blue Jays ahead early. And now we will see the catcher, Ernie Witt. 251 average, 16 homers, 70 RBIs. Bell is on at first. Strategy. That is a 20. Alexander throws to first, and Bell will get back. Now he pitches 5-4. Against the lefty, that's a blank. Witt, 6-3. That's a ground ball hit to third, and it will be Brookins getting it. He'll throw to first to get Witt, and that'll retire the side. Side retired. 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. And it is the Blue Jays taking a quick 1-0 lead here as we go to the bottom of the first. Brian B. and After Further Review with Steve Tower joins us here for some Friday Night Baseball. Check out that amazing, spectacular channel of his. He is one of the best in the business and deserves all the kudos that he can get. Still can't believe the Braves traded Doyle Alexander. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Jimmy Keys. The first time we're seeing him, and probably may not be the last. 12 wins, 5 losses, a 3.29 ERA. And Key got the start for the Bluebirds in this game. But already a 1-0 down by the Tigers. Let's see what they have tonight. Center fielder Gary Pettis leads off for Detroit. 210 average, 3 homers, 36 RBIs. In 88. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 5-5 against the switch right. That's a blank. Pettis, 4-2. That's a ground error hit to short, ground out to short, and Fernandez will take care of it. 1 man down, and here comes Luis Salazar. He is in shortstop tonight. 270 average, 12 homers, 62 RBIs. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 5-4 against the righty. That is a blank. Salazar, 6-6. That's a ground out to short as well. And Fernandez will toss it over to first. 2 outs. And that will bring up That will bring up Fred Lynn. He is in left field tonight. Lynn was with the Baltimore Orioles early in the 88 season. He is now on the Tigers. 246 average, 25 homers, 56 RBIs. Key will go ahead and make the pitch. Key, 3-1. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-13. The one is good. And Lynn has 20s right down the middle. Well, that's a nice way for Lynn to start things off for the Tigers. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Freddie Lynn. Key goes ahead and pitches Lynn a grapefruit. He turns that into fruit salad. We're tied at 1. Fred Lynn from the Orioles, now on the Tigers for the rest of the season. The batter now will be the right fielder, Chet Lemon. 264 average, 17 homers, 64 RBIs. 2 outs now, but tied at 1. Key with the pitch. 2-6, that's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-3, and that's hit to left field. That is a 5, and that's going to be a base hit for Lemon. Lemon hits that one into left and keeps the inning alive, so that will be a single for him. And he'll hold at first base. And that will now bring up the first baseman, Ray Knight. 217 average, 3 homers, 33 RBIs. Ex-86 Met World Series champion, by the way. 2 outs, Lemon on at first. Anything happening on the strat? The 5 says no. Key, 6-6, strikeout plus, swing and a miss, struck him out. And he goes ahead and gets Knight. That's the first strikeout for Key. He had 65 of them, 88. But 1 run on 2 hits for the Tigers. We're tied at 1 after 1. As I said, a bit of a hodgepodge lineup for the Tigers tonight. No Trammell, no Whitaker, no Sheridan. None of the main starters in the lineup tonight, but that's what happens here when you have September call-ups. But the games matter now in this case. Top of the second, leading off for the Blue Jays will be the first baseman, the crime dog, Fred McGriff. 282 average, 34 homers, 82 RBIs. Does McGriff belong in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. He would have 500 home runs if it wasn't for the canceled 94 season. I have no problem with McGriff being in there. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 2-3, home run chance. Lefty, 1-9. The 4 is good. And McGriff's got 20s against righties. Well, what did I say? He belongs in there. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to center field. It's gone. Home run for the crime dog. Alexander goes ahead and gives McGriff a meatball. He turns that into lasagna. It's 2-1 Blue Jays. Maybe looking at a high-scoring game tonight. Gets the Blue Jays ahead. Here comes the right fielder, Jesse Stadium Barfield. 244 average, 18 homers, 56 RBIs. Alexander will go ahead and make the pitch. Alexander, 1-2. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-1. That's a ground out to short. Salazar will get to that one and throw it over for the out. Next up will be the third baseman, Kelly Gruber. 278 average, 16 homers, 81 RBIs. Third base was Gruber's best position that year. Alexander, 3-4, strikeout 19, that's high. Gruber, a 1-4, he hits one to left field. That is a 20, and that's going to be a fly out to left as Freddie Lynn will come over there and make the catch for the second out. Next up will be the second baseman, Manuel Lee. Definitely not automatically. 291 average, 2 homers, 38 RBIs. Alexander will make the pitch. 3-1, error on a grounder. Lee, 5-1. That's a fly out to right. Getting over there is going to be Lemon. And Lemon will grab it and put it away and end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by the crime dog. 2-1 Blue Jays. As we now head to the bottom of inning number 2. Leading off for the Big D will be the Detroit designated hitter, Larry Herndon. 224 average, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. The Tigers are tied with the Yankees at top of the American League East. The Blue Jays are 2.5 out of first, but only a half game back of third. The Red Sox right now hold third place, but only by a half game. Lots can happen yet in this pennant race. Key, 5-1 against the righty, blank. Herndon, 2-4. That's a ground out to the pitcher. Key will take care of that and toss it over to first. Here's the catcher, Mike Heath, a 247 average, 5 homers, 18 RBIs in 88. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 3-5 against the righty. That is a blank. Heath, 3-3, and against the lefty. That's a ground out to short. Up with it is Fernandez, 2 down. Is anybody watching the basketball tournaments? I would be watching the Canes and Duke right now if it wasn't streaming, but that is okay. I'm not much into college basketball as much as I used to be. Here's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. 243 average, 5 homers, 38 RBIs in 88. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 4-2, strikeout 6, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Key, and the Tigers go 1-2-3, 2-1 after 2. A lot of teams are still in this pennant race. The 10-minute ticker and inside pitch, who knows, will be in the postseason at the end of the month. Tony Fernandez leads off. He walked his first time up. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 5-6 against the switch left. That is a blank. Fernandez, 5-5. That's a fly out to center field. And getting there will be Pettis for the out. Next up is Mosby. Mosby is 0 for 1. Alexander, a 6-1 blank. Mosby, 5-1, and that's a fly out to left field. Lynn will get there, and he will catch it. 2 down. Batter now is Mullenix, and he's 0 for 1. Alexander looks like he's trying to settle down here in the third. Alexander, 4-6, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-6. That's a pitcher result. That 4 is going to be a base hit for Mullenix. And he smacks that one past the pitcher as Alexander puts that right in the wheelhouse, and Mullenix sends it into the outfield. And that will be a single for him. Keeps the inning alive for Bell. Bell got a base in his first time up. Mullenix had a stolen base, but I doubt he's going anywhere, and he is not. Alexander will go ahead, set up, and make the pitch. Alexander, 3-2, strikeout 4. Yep, he got him. Swing and a miss, strikeout. The inning is over. And that is the first strikeout for Alexander. He had 126 of them that year. No runs and a hit. We go to the bottom of the third. He gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Tigers will be second baseman Jim Whalewander. If that's not a great baseball name, I don't know what is. 211 average and 6 RBIs. Played in about half the games for Detroit that season. Key with the pitch. Key, 1-6, error on a grounder. Whalewander, 3-5. That's a ground ball to second base. That's hit to Lee. Manuel Lee's error rating is a 4. That's a 13. He'll handle it and toss it over to first for the out. 1 down. Here's Pettis. Pettis is 0 for 1. Key will make the pitch. 2-1 against the switch right. That is a blank. Pettis, 6-3. That's a ground out to third. Gruber will go ahead and come in there and race it and throw it over to first for the out. And now Salazar. Salazar is 0 for 1. 2-1 Blue Jays here, bottom of the third. Key, 6-2 against a righty, that is a blank. Salazar, 2-5, and against a lefty, that's a base hit. He smacks that one pass short, and that keeps the inning alive for the Tigers. First hit of the game for Salazar, and now the batter is Lynn. Lynn hit a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 1. He will go ahead and set up against Lynn. Salazar had 6 stolen bases. He's not going. Key will pitch to Lynn. Lynn came over from Beemore, now on the Tigers. Key with the pitch. 5-6, possible error. Lynn, a 5-3, and that's going to be hit into left field, and that's going to be a double. It's hit the left field. Bell's error rating is a 10. That's a 2, and he's going to make an error out there as it's going to get by him. That's going to be a double and an error. Salazar will automatically score. Lynn automatically goes to third. His base runner is 2. Bell is 0 arm. A 1 or 2. Lynn will score, and he will not. He'll hold at third. But that is a double and an error on Bell, which allows Lynn to go to third. So that is an E9. It does score the run. First error on the Blue Jays. And we're tied at 2. Stadium cheers. Yay! DJ John, 4444 and MV, now join us here at Tiger Stadium. So Lynn now has a double and a home run. Tied at 2 now. Here is Lemon. And Lemon is 1 for 1. Chet Lemon, such an underrated player in baseball history. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. I don't think you guys have a problem with that. Strategy roll. And that's a 5. Lynn will stay put. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 3-5 against a righty. That's a blank. Lemon, 5-5. And that's a ground ball to third. Gruber will handle it, toss it over to first, and that'll retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and we're tied at 2 after 3. In this very important game here in the American League East. Sour lemon. We go to the top of the 4th. Ernie, I don't give a whit, will lead off. And he's 0 for 1. I think that was pretty good. I don't give a whit. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 3-3. That's blank. Witt, 1-6. And that is a fly out to center field. And it will be Pettis going there and make the catch. And I guess Ernie does not have his wits about him. And that will be the first out. Anybody want to give me the block dragon for all of that? Here's McGriff. The crime dog got a bomb his first time up. 1 out. Alexander with the pitch. Alexander, 4-3, walk, 17. And yep, that's outside. It's ball 4, and McGriff will have to go to first. Well, actually, they're all outside, but that was off the plate. And that is a walk by Alexander. Another walk given up to him. He's got 2 today. Chance now for Barfield. Barfield is 0 for 1. Infield is now a double play. Steeler fan gives me the block dragon for those nasty puns. Strategy roll. And that is a 4. McGriff will stay where he is. Alexander will now pitch to Barfield. Alexander, 4-3, walk, 9, and that is ball 4. And Alexander does not have control today. Another walk given up by Alexander. That's his 3rd. He only had 39 of them in 229 innings pitched. But right now, Alexander not getting control. And here's Gruber. Gruber is 0 for 1. Infield is still a double play. And the 11 says nothing happening. Alexander will go ahead and pitch to Gruber. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Alexander, 3-6. That's a blank. Gruber, 2-2. And that is a fly out to center field. Pettis, he'll come under it and make the catch. McGriff will stay at second. will not attempt to go to third, and that is the second out. Lee is next, and he is 0 for 1. Can Alexander get out of the jam? Nothing on the 17. Alexander will now set up against Lee. 2 men down, top of the 4th. Alexander, 1-1. That's a blank. Lee, 4-3. And against the righty, that's a fly ball to right field. And Chet Lemon will come under it, put it away, and retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. And we are tied at 2 going into the bottom of the 4th on some Friday night baseball here at Tiger Stadium, as we have now begun the pennant race. Which teams will make the postseason, and which teams will have to wait for the next playoff series, for the next season replay that would start in July. Here is Knight. Knight is 0 for 1. He'll lead off the bottom of the 4th. Key with the pitch. Key, 4-2, strikeout 17. That is high. Knight, 4-3, and that's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Key will take care of it and toss it over, 1 down. Up next is Herndon. Herndon is 0 for 1. Key will go ahead. He'll pitch. Key, 1-3 against the righty. That's a blank. Herndon, 3-1, base hit. He hits that one past short, and that will be tossed back into the infield, and that will be the first hit for Herndon. Heathbar is up next. He's 0 for 1. Infield is at double play depth. Herndon didn't have any stolen bases. And that's a 20. Key throws to first base. No, Herndon just barely got back. Key does have pickoff chances. And now Key will concentrate on Heath. Key, 4-6 against the righty. That's a blank. Heath, 6-4. That's a ground ball to short. 2-1-2. Second base pivot. Fernandez 0. 1-2. It's a double play. It's a 3. Herndon will be thrown out at second base. And Heath will make the first. That will be a fielder's choice. Two outs now. Here's Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 1. 2 men out. And Heath is staying where he is. Key will go ahead and pitch to Brookins. Key, 4-3. Wild pitch 9. That's ball 1. Key will go ahead and do it again. 2-3. And against the righty, walk plus, and at 18, yep, that'll walk Brookins, and now the Tigers have runners at first and second with 2 outs. So now that's a walk by Key. He only had 28 of them in 88 and 131 innings pitched. That is the first walk given up by Key. And a chance now for Whale Wander, and he's 0 for 1. Runners at first and second. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a hit. Strat, nothing on 11. Key, 4-5. Strikeout plus, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He will get Whale Wander, and that will end the inning. And that's strikeout number 3 for Key. No runs and a hit and a walk. 2-2 is the score. After 4, I made a rhyme. Beatles Eternally joins us here at Tiger Stadium. I hope you had a nice time meeting Eleanor Rigby. That counts. I heard she was talking about all the lonely people. We go to the top of the 5th, tied at 2. Tony Fernandez leads off for the Bluebirds. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Here to view serving 2-game suspension. I'm making comments on the action due to last night's incident. Oh, no, not a 2-game suspension, Frank. Just a 1. Alexander will pitch. Alexander, 4-3, walk 9. And, yeah, that's ball 4. He walks Fernandez. A 7 plus 2 is a 9. And he will walk him. And Alexander can't believe he's having this much problems with control. That's the fourth walk given up by Alexander. Here's Mosby. Infield double play DET. Fernandez, 15 stolen bases, but he'll stay put here. Alexander will go ahead and make the pitch. Alexander, 2-4, strikeout 11, and that will be a strike 3 call. He is out of there. And that is strikeout number 2 for Alexander. 1 out. He gets Mosby. Next batter is Mullenix. He's 1 for 1. 1 for 2. Fernandez, he'll stay put. Infield still a double play DET. Tigers hosting the Blue Jays. Alexander will make the pitch. 3-1, error on a grounder. Mullenix, 5-6. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball has hit the whale wander. His error rating is a 6. That's a 6, and he's going to pick it up, drop it, and everybody's going to be safe. That's an error on whale wander. It allows the runners to move one base. That is going to be an E4. And that is the first error on the Tigers. They had 3 errors in this game historically. Alexander can't believe that whale wander couldn't make the play. Here is Bell. And Bell is 1 for 2. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6th. The Blue Jays have stuff going on here in the top of the 5th. Tied at 2. Alexander, he'll make the deal. 6-5 against a righty. Strikeout. The 15 is high. Bell, 6-6, and he laces a base hit into left field. That will be a single. Fernandez, base runner 3, single to left. Plus 3 is a 6. There's not going to be a throw. Fernandez will come around, and he will score. Mullenix, a base runner of 1. A base runner of 1, and he, so it's 3 plus 3 is a 6. So Mullenix can only advance to second base on that. So Mullenix will hold at second base, but the Blue Jays have a 3-2 lead. RBI single by Bell as he brings in a run. Now the batter is Witt. Witt is 0 for 2. Runners now at first and second, but now a 3-2 lead for the Blue Jays. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Alexander will go ahead and make the pitch to Witt. Alexander, 1-6. That's a pitcher result, and that 3 will be a base hit past the pitcher. That will be a single. Mullenix, he will score all the way from second. Bell, base runner 3, and he will hold at second base. And now the Blue Jays lead 4-2. Stadium groans. RBI single by Witt, but that was a mistake by Alexander. Tiger bullpen now beginning to get warmed up. Here is McGriff. And McGriff is 1 for 1 with a bomb. 4-2 Blue Jays now in the top of the 5th inning. Fans here hoping that Alexander can get out of it, but that error was pretty big. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Alexander will pitch. Alexander, 3-1, error on a grounder. McGriff, 4-1, and against the righty, that's a ground ball to second base again. Whale Wander's error rating is a 6. This time he won't make an error. That's a 20. 3-2. Shortstop, pivot, Salazar, 0, 1-3, double play. No, the only play he has was to first. As Bell and Witt will advance, McGriff thrown out at first base, 2 outs. They could not turn the double play. And that's always tough when you don't do that, because you give an extra out, an extra chance, or actually extra bat, I should say. Barfield is next, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 men out now, but a 4-2 Blue Jay lead. Alexander trying to get out of this jam. That error didn't help him much. Nothing on the strat. Alexander sets up. He will make the pitch. Alexander, 6-2, hit by pitch, 4, no. Barfield avoids it. He will swing 2-2. It's a fly ball to right field. Lemon, he will get to it and make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, a walk, and an error. But the Blue Jays now have a 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the 5th. As Rawlings looking for his slingshot. Gary Pettis leads off for the Big D. He is 0 for 2. 4-2 here in a big game at Tiger Stadium between the Jays and the Tigers. Key, 5-1 against the switch right. That is a blank. Pettis, 4-6. That's a base hit. He hits one into center field, and the Tigers start off with the leadoff man on. Here's Salazar. Salazar 1 for 2 with a single. Infield double play. Pettis at 44 stolen bases. He does get the steal sign. I don't know if he should. See, 16 plus 1 is 17 with a 0. A 1 to 17 chance for Pettis to steal second. That's an 85% chance. Chuck, what do you think? Send him or what? A 1 to 17, he steals second base, but you know that the D20 has been very evil. As Clee baseball fan joins us here at Tiger Stadium. What does Rawlings want to do? Send Pettis and get him into scoring position, or let Salazar hit? Well, Tex Ag says 75, says send him, but I think the Tigers is Chuck Rawlings' team. Send him. What have you got to lose? You got it. Pettis will go. He goes to second base, and the throw down to second, and he's safe. He gets there pretty easily, and now the runner in scoring position, that does take away the double play. Stolen base for Pettis, and now we'll see what the strat comes up next, and Pettis will stay at second base. So now a runner at second, stolen base for the Tigers. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 1-1 against the righty. That's a blank. Salazar, 4-4, and that is going to be a fly out to right. Going for it is going to be Barfield. He'll make the catch. It's out number 1. Pettis, 4 -2 to right, -1 Barfield. Pettis can take third on a 1, and they'll stay at second base on a 4. So fly out to right. And now here's Lynn. Lynn having a good night tonight, a home run and a double. But now 1 out here. Strategy roll. That is a 1. Pettis gets the steal sign to go to third, but they will hold him here. He will probably score on a base hit with no problem with a base runner 4. Key will go ahead and make the pitch. Key, 1-6 error on a grounder. Lynn, 6-2, and that's a fly out to left. It'll be Bell making the catch for out number 2, and Pettis, he can take third on a 1, and he'll stay at second base, 2 outs. A leadoff double, but now the Tigers have not been able to do anything so far. Here is Lemon. Lemon is 1 for 2, and that is a 2. Pettis can steal third, but he will stay put with 2 outs. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 6-5 against the righty. That's a blank. Lemon, 3-5. And that's a line drive hit right back to Key. He gloves it and retires the side. No runs and a hit and a stolen base. And the Tigers are stymied right there. 4-2 Blue Jays after 5. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Good ball game so far. Kelly Gruber leads off for the Bluebirds, and he is 0 for 2. Alexander can pitch to 4 more batters before tiring. Alexander will make the pitch. Alexander, 4-3, walk, 19, no. Gruber, 3-2, it's a fly out to left. And Fred Lynn will get there and make the catch. Here's Lee. Lee is 0 for 2. Alexander, he'll go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 1-2, that's at the park. Lee, 2-1, and that's a fly out to left as well. And it will be Freddie Lynn making the catch, 2 down. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Alexander sets up and now pitches. 1-2, that's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 3-3, and that's a ground ball hit to third base. Brookins will handle that. Takes his time, tosses over to first. Side retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Alexander, and he definitely needed that. And that is the first time he's actually retired the Jays in order. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. If after further review with Steve Tower is still with me, unless, because I know he said, I don't know if he was just lurking or something like there. But if after further review with Steve Tower is in the chat, I'd just like to know what he thinks about season ticket baseball from Clay Dreslock. I am loving, by the way, your 1990 NLCS. Are you going to do the ALCS from that as well, sir? Mike Eisenberg joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Ray Bishop takes ninth, leads off. He's 217 average, and he will bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Key will go ahead and make the pitch. Key, 5-5 against the righty. That's a blank. Knight, 3-2. It's a fly ball hit to right field, caught by Barfield. And that's the first out. Key having a good night tonight. He's only given up 2 runs on 6 hits. Here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2. Key will go ahead and pitch. Key, 2-6. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 6-3. And that's a ground out to second base. Manuel Lee will get to that one. 2 down. Here comes Heath. Heath is 0 for 2. Key will go ahead and get it in there. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping the Tigers can do something here, but it's been difficult against Key. Key has been good. Key with the pitch. 4-1 against the righty. That's a blank. Heath, 3-1, and against the lefty, it's a ground ball right back to Key, as he has made a lot of plays tonight. He's up with it, throws to first, side retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jimmy Key. And nothing across here. Still 4-2 after 6. David Vega joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Top of the 7th. Blue Jays are leading 4-2. Doyle Alexander can pitch to one more batter before he tires. And Lloyd Mosby is a leadoff batter, but that's going to be it for Alexander. They have seen enough. You got 2 lefties and a righty coming up, so they are going to go to the bullpen. And let's see who the Tigers are going to bring out to pitch, and they will go with the lefty. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers will be Paul Gibson. 4 wins, 2 losses, no saves, a 2.93 ERA. Paul Gibson, the second Detroit pitcher. And now Mosby leads off, and he is 0 for 3. Jeff Merklin joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Gibson with the pitch. Gibson, 4-2. That is a blank. Mosby, 2-5. That's a fly out to right. Freddie Lynn, he will make the catch for the out. 1 down. Here's Mullinix. Mullinix is 1 for 3. Singled and reached on an error. Gibson will go ahead and bring it in. Gibson, 4-6, error on a throw. Mullinix, 5-3. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Salazar. His error rating is a 14. That's a 5, and he's going to throw that ball wide. Knight's range is a 3. That is a 6. It gets past him. Mullinix, a base runner 1. He will not take second base. He will hold it first, but that is an error on a throw. So that is going to be an E6 on Salazar. Second error on the Tigers in the ball game. And Gibson said, come on, can somebody play defense here? And here's Bell. Bell is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Infield is at double play. Strategy rolls are still on. That's a 7. Mullinex stays where he is. Gibson will make the pitch to Bell. Gibson, 3-3. Wild pitch. Nope, 17 is high. Ball 1. 6-1. Strikeout. The 17 is high. Bell, 6-1. That's a ground ball hit to short. 3-3-4. Second base, pivot, Whale Wander, 0, a 1 to 4. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play. And nothing across except 1 error. I should say no runs, no hits, an error. But Bell grounds out into the 6-4-3. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. Steve Tower, please play your ukulele if you are there. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It will be September 9th. And we are once again going north of the border to Stade Olympique. And a big game in the National League East as the New York Mets will take on the Montreal Expos. Sid Fernandez will be pitching for the Mets. And Brian Holman goes for the Expos. That is a big series coming up. Montreal is 3.5 back of the Pirates. The Mets have a 1-game lead on the Cardinals for third. A very big game tomorrow night north of the border. It will be the Mets and the Expos for September 9th as my Mets get another chance on the board. Don't miss that game tomorrow night on the network. Bottom of the 7th here, Blue Jays lead 4-2. Jimmy Key has pitched pretty well tonight. Tom Brookins leads off for Detroit. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Key will set up, and he'll make the pitch. Key, 6-4 against the righty. Walk plus, and that will be ball 4. Key gives up a leadoff walk to Brookins. And the next batter is Whale Wander, but we are in the 7th inning, so now we'll probably see some pinch hitters coming up. And we're probably going to see a pinch hitter for Whale Wander. He's at second base. So let's see who the Tigers want to do here. And, Whale Wander is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Alan Trammell. 311 average, 15 homers, 69 RBIs. And I think Trammell will be taking over at short. If I take over shortstop for Salazar. But we'll see what we do with that first. Alan Trammell will pinch hit for Whale Wander. Unless I want to bring in somebody else at second base. I usually just make it easy on that. And you know what? I may not be able to do that. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to do a switch. Okay. Actually, okay. So Alan Trammell will pinch hit against Key. Infield is at double play. Key is tired. They're going to take him out as he's done a good job, but that will be it for Jimmy Key. The Blue Jays will also go to the bullpen. And let's see who they're going to bring out here. And probably going to bring in a right-hander, and it will be this guy. Coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Dwayne Ward. 9 wins, 3 losses, 15 saves, a 3.30 ERA. Ward had a very good year. And so he is going to come ahead. And he will do the pitching to Trammell. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th, 4-2. Brookins on at first. Ward is now pitching. Strategy roll. And that's an 11, nothing happening. Ward will make the pitch. Ward, 5-5 against the righty. That's a blank. Trammell, 3-6. And it's a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop Fernandez pivot 0, 1-3 double play. They don't get it. The throw goes to first. Brookins will advance to second, 1 out. Trammell will take over at shortstop. And give me a moment here to make that move. So he will take over at short. And he's a 4-5. And going over to take second base now will be, so he moves to shortstop. So Salazar is gone. Well, not yet, really. Here I am doing all this, and I got to wait till the inning is over. I'm an idiot. So Brookins will stay at second base. The batter is Pettis. Pettis is 1 for 3 with a single. Ward will pitch to him. Infield is back. Strategy roll. Ward, 18, nothing happening. Pettis is not going to bunt here. He's got to swing. Ward with the pitch. Ward, 2-2, walk plus, and that 15 is ball 4, and now the Tigers got something going on here in the bottom of the 7th. A walk by Ward. Now the batter is Salazar. He'll bat. He's going to be coming out of the game, though, after this. Salazar is 1 for 3. As Trammell taking over at shortstop. Infield now with double play depth. Strategy roll. And that is a 12, nothing happening. Ward got a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ward with the pitch. 3-1, wild pitch, and that's gone to the backstop, and the runners will move up. And they're going to go talk to Ward on the mound and say, hey, come on, we brought you in to do the job here, and right now you're not doing it. And what are they going to do here with Salazar? They are going to go ahead and pitch to him. You don't put the go-ahead run on base. So now the infield will come in. Strat, nothing on the 10. Ward will go ahead and make the pitch. Ward, 4-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus, and he swung and missed and struck him out. So after giving up a walk, now he K's Salazar, 2 down. And now here is Freddie Lynn. Lynn is 2 for 3, a home run and a double. Lynn very capable of putting the Tigers ahead here in this game. Ward will pitch to Lynn. Fans here getting set and ready. Hoping for a good hit from Lynn. Tiger Stadium is loud. Strategy roll. That's a 13, no play. Ward will go ahead and pitch. Ward, 6-5, walk plus, and that's ball 4 on an 18. And he walked him anyway, and now the bases are loaded. And now the batter is Chet Lemon, and that is it for Ward, as the Blue Jays will yank him out. Lemon is 1 for 3, bases loaded with 2 outs here. And coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be Mark Eichhorn. No wins, 3 losses, save, a 4.18 ERA. They're going to go with Eichhorn here and save the closer, Tom Henke. So Mark Eichhorn becomes the 3rd Toronto pitcher, and now the bases are loaded. Fans here at Tiger Stadium are loud. Lemon looking for a good hit. Bottom of the seventh in this big game in the American League East. Fans are set. Strapped. Nothing on the one. Brookins will stay where he is. Eichhorn sets in there. He winds up, and now the pitch. 6-5, and against the righty, home run result against the righty. Lemon needs a 7, and he missed it with a 15. 5-3, and instead it's a deep fly ball to right field. Going back for Ernest Barfield. He's at the track, he is at the wall, and he makes the catch. Side retired. And Lemon cannot believe that ball didn't get out of here. Fly out to right. Barfield makes the play. He misses a grand slam by about maybe 10 feet. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 3 walks. Stadium groans. Actually, stadium Barfields. Blech. And Lemon knows that should have been a bomb, and he cannot believe that ball stayed in the park. We go to the top of the 8th. Some substitutions going to be made here. So Trammell's now going to take over at shortstop, which means now I need a second baseman. So now I need a second baseman here. And let's see what I want to do. And Will Wander was I need a what did I do here? Will Wander was at second base. Trammell's coming in, he's gonna stay in the game. I'm trying to keep him in the game, and he's a shortstop. So Salazar is at short. And he can't play second. And I don't have any other second baseman on the board. Wow. So that means that I cannot bring in Trammell. So Will Wander was at second. Oh boy, I blew it, didn't I? Shoot. He was the only second baseman I had was Will Wander. The Salazar was at short. I absolutely blew it. I do not have any other second baseman on the board. And if I'd have known that, I never would have made the play. I have nobody else that can play second in the lineup. No, I do not. Okay, so I did an illegal thing. My bad. So in that case, then, Trammell cannot come in. Will Wander has to stay in the game because I replaced him. So Will Wander has to stay at second. And Salazar has to stay at short. So I did an illegal play. My bad. I am so sorry. I did illegal. I did not know that Will Wander was the only second baseman I had. All right. So upon further review, what I did was wrong. So since the game has to go on and I really don't want to bring in a player who's never played the position before, that's actually what I have to do, don't I? Yeah, that's what I have to do. If I made the leg plea, I can't fix it. So, all right, very well. So I blew it. Okay, so Trammell's going to stay at shortstop. Give me a minute here. Trammell's going to stay at short. And now I need a second baseman. Will Wander is out. So I can't use him. So I got to bring in a second baseman for Salazar because Salazar is out because Trammell's taking over at short for Salazar. So coming into play second base is going to be, he's going to wonder what the heck I'm doing here, but Darrell Evans is going to come in and play second. I'm going to have, Darrell Evans is going to come in and play second base. He's never played the position before. So Evans is going to be at second. His range is going to be a 1. His error is going to be a 20. And his arm rating is going to be a -2. It's going to be a +-2. So I am so sorry about that. I am so sorry that I blew it. I never knew I didn't have another second base. With all those players that I had in the lineup, I never knew it. So in this regard, the announcer kind of blew it. All right. So Darrell Evans is going to play second base. He'll have a range of 1, an error of 20, and a -2 arm pivot. Okay, I gotta be more careful next time. Top of the 8th, Blue Jays lead 4-2. Ernie Witt leads off for the Jays. Gibson will stay on the mound. Witt is 1 for 3. That's why Whale Wanderer is playing second. That's I guess. Gibson will pitch. Gibson 3-6, strikeout 3. He got him. He struck out Witt. And that's 1 down. So Witt goes down. Here is the crime dog. McGriff, a home run. And he is 1 for 2, a bomb and a walk. Top of the 8th inning, 4-2. Do I want the Miami score? Yeah, go ahead. Gibson with the pitch. Gibson, 5-6. That's blank. McGriff, 3-2. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 4, and that's going to be a double against the left-handed pitcher. So McGriff goes in. Now McGriff gets himself a double, and he will hold at second base. And here comes Barfield. Barfield is 0 for 2 with a walk. Rodolfo Besa and Sebastian Stratt join us here at Tigers Stadium. McGriff on at second. Gibson will pitch to Barfield. 1 out, top of the 8th. Strategy rolls actually should still be on. Strategy roll of 1. McGriff, he'll stay at second. Gibson with the pitch. Gibson, 5-3 against the righty. Strikeout, but the 19 is high. Barfield, 1-1, and that's a fly out to center field. And it will be Pettis getting to that and making the catch. And McGriff will stay at second base, 2 outs. Next batter is Gruber. Gruber is 0 for 3. Strategy roll. That's an 18. McGriff will stay at second. No bunt. Gibson will pitch to Gruber. Gibson, 6-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-3. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 20, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And getting over there will be Lynn, and he measures it. He makes the catch and retires aside. No runs and a hit. It remains 4-2 here as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Tigers will be Ray Knight. Knight is 0 for 3. Can I make a pinch hitting change for him with a .217 average? And the answer is no. I don't have any other third baseman. I'm sorry, I don't have any Knights what? Not Knights at first base. I'm sorry. Knights at first base. Yes, we can, actually. We're going to see a pinch hitter for Knight. Knight is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Dave Bergman. .294 average, 5 homers, 35 RBIs. He will take over at first base. So Bergman now comes in to bat. Mark Eichhorn is not going to pitch. Blue Jays will go to the bullpen. And let's see, left, right, right. And they are going to bring out, I don't know, I don't think you bring him out yet. Let's see here. No. Yeah, go. Why not? Coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be their closer right now, and that is Tom Henke. 4 wins, 4 losses, 25 saves, a 2.91 ERA. Henke will be the 4th Toronto pitcher, and he will go up here to lead off against Bergman at the bottom of the 8th inning. Henke with the pitch. Henke 4-5 against the lefty. That is a blank. Bergman 2-6, and that's a ground out to second base. Lee will take care of it and toss it over to first for the out, 1 down. 1 out. Here is Herndon. Herndon is a designated hitter. We'll see a pinch hitter for him as well. And coming on to pinch it for Herndon and take over at designated hitter will be Pat Sheridan. 254 average, 11 homers, 47 RBIs. As Sheridan will now come in for the Tigers and take over at DH. 1 out, bottom of the 8th, Henke with the pitch. Henke 6-1, strikeout 19 is high. Sheridan 3-1, that's a fly out to left field. And George Bell will make the catch for the out, 2 down. 2 outs, and here's Heath. Heath is 0 for 3. He'll bat. Henke will go ahead. Had a call. Do I want the Miami score? No, don't tell me. Henke with the pitch. Henke 4-5 against the righty. That's an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to third. And Gruber will take care of it, throw it over. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Henke. He was a good closer. 4-2 Blue Jays after 8. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 9th. Gibson, Manuel Lee leading off. And we'll see, and that'll be it for Gibson as the Tigers will go to the bullpen here. Lee is 0 for 3. And let's see what the Tigers are going to bring out. And they will go with, let's see, switch left. Looks like a righty's going to be the way here to go. Want to keep it 4-2. They'll go with the closer. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers will be Mike Henneman. 9 wins, 6 losses, 22 saves, a 1.87 ERA. Henneman will be the 3rd Detroit pitcher. And he will now pitch to Manuel Lee. Henneman's job, very simple. Keep it 4-2. Top of the 9th. Henneman with the pitch. 3-5. Error on a grounder. Lee, 3-1. That's a base hit in the left field. That's a single. It's hit to Lynn. Lynn's error rating is a 0. He won't make an error. He'll throw it in. But that's a leadoff hit. So Manuel Lee gets a leadoff single. Here comes Fernandez. And Fernandez is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are off. Pitcher versus batter. I did, but now I don't want to know. Henneman with the pitch. Henneman, 5-1. That's a blank. Fernandez, 1-4. It's a ground ball to second base. 2, 3, 4. Shortstop, pivot, Trammell, 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play. As Trammell goes ahead and makes the play there at short to get him out. 2 down now. Batter now is Mosby. And Mosby is 0 for 4. 2 men down. 4-2 Blue Jays. Henneman trying to keep it where it is. Henneman, 5-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Mosby, 1-4. And against the righty, that's a ground ball hit to second base. And that play is made by Darrell Evans, who's actually going to make the play because it's a grounder, not a range play. He'll make it, throw to first, and retire the side. Only because the announcer didn't know he had no more second baseman on the board. 1, 2, 3, go the Blue Jays. But will we see some 9th inning magic? According to Baseball Reference, no second base games for Evans. No, Whitaker, I think, was injured. He is not on the roster. That's why Whale Wander was playing second base. He was not on the roster for this game. I think he got hurt late in that year. Tom Henke, he's got to face two more batters before he gets tired. Tom Brookins leads off for Detroit. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. So Henke trying to get 3 more outs. Bottom of the 9th, 4-2. The fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for some magic. I know Chuck Rawlings would like to see some magic. Sebastian Stratto says no. Henke with the pitch. 6-3, strikeout 18. That is high. Brookins, 5-5, and he hits one to right field. That is a 14, and Brookins is going to lead off with a triple. Brookins goes ahead and smacks a triple to right, and the tying run will come to the plate. Leadoff triple off of Henke. And the batter is Trammell, the new shortstop. Trammell 0 for 1 is taking over for Salazar, although I made an illegal thing here, but that's what happens sometimes you don't pay attention. So Brookins on at third, Trammell at the plate. Infield is going to play back. The runner on third does not mean anything. They want to get the out. Henke will go ahead and pitch to Trammell. Strategy rolls are off. Henke will set up and make the pitch. Henke, 3-2 against the righty. Walk plus, that's ball 4. And the runners at the corners. And now Trammell goes to first, and now the Tigers have the winning run at the plate in Gary Pettis. And that is it for Henke, or will it? You know what? No, they're going to let him pitch. But Henke is now tired. They're going to let him pitch, or at least I think they will. Who else do the Blue Jays have here? I think you let Henke pitch to Pettis and see what happens here. I think you do. No, you don't. Henke's going to come out of the game. Blue Jays will take him out. And coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays and trying to get the game over will be John Cerruti. 6 wins, 7 losses, a save, a 3.13 ERA. It'll be up to Cerruti now to try to get it done. He is the 5th Toronto pitcher. Brookins on at third, Trammell on at first, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Infield is a double play. The Blue Jays will play for 2 to give up the 1. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a hit. Cerruti will make the pitch. Cerruti, 6-2, error on a grounder. Pettis, 5-2, and against the lefty, that is not going to be an error. That's going to be a slow hit ball to first, and that is picked up by McGriff. Pettis has got good base running speed. Cerruti coming over, a 1-4. Pettis will make it to first, and he does. And that's going to be an infield single. Brookins comes in to score. It's 4-3. Pettis hits a slow grounder to McGriff. Cerruti could not get over there in time, and Pettis makes it to first. The run comes in. Now the tying run is at second base. And the batter now is Darrell Evans, who is playing second base only because I goofed. But he is going to bat. I'm not going to pinch hit for him. A 208 average, but he's got 22 bombs. But I will not pinch hit for him. He will hit. Only because, in my opinion, because I made the mistake, he is stuck there. Trammell on it second, Pettis on it first. Infield double play, now 4-3. Cerruti trying to get this game over, but the Tigers have other plans. Strategy rolls are back on. That's a 20. Cerruti fires to second base, and it's a balk. Cerruti is called for a balk. It's a pitch clock violation balk, and the runners will move up. Well, it's not a pitch clock violation balk, but yeah. A balk on Cerruti trying to pick off Trammell. And now the winning run is in scoring position. The infield will now play in. They will pitch to Evans. They are not going to call a double. They're not going to put him on. They're not going to put him on. Cerruti will pitch to Evans. Re-rolling the strat. That's a 17. Nothing will happen. Cerruti will go ahead and pitch. Cerruti, 6-2. Again, error on a grounder. Cerruti, Evans, 4-3. And that's a ground ball to third. It's a grounder to third. It's hit to Gruber. His error rating is a 6. That's a 6. And it's going to get by him. This game's going to be tied. An error on a grounder. Gruber couldn't make the play. And that is a one-base error. That is an E5 on Gruber. That's the second error on the Blue Jays in this game. We got a tie game. Trammell scores. Pettis to third. Evans to first. We're tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! Game of the year candidate. Even though I goofed, but I'm still going to mark it as such. The Tigers score 2 in the bottom of the 9th here. As right now, the Blue Jays bullpen just can't get anybody out. And that error by Gruber didn't help. And that's the second error on the Blue Jays in this game. And now with runners at first and third, here is Freddie Lynn. Lynn hit a bomb his first time up. He is 2 for 3, a homer and a double, and a walk. And so they are. The question is, they're going to pitch. Cerruti will pitch to Lynn. Infield is in. Winning run is at third base. Fans here at Tiger Stadium are alive and well, and they're trying to cheer on the Tigers. 9th inning magic strikes again. Cerruti will go ahead, prepare to pitch. Strat. That's an 11. No play. Pettis on at third. Evans on at first. Cerruti sets up, winds, and deals. 4-4. And against the lefty, strikeout 16. He got him. Struck him out. Oh, Cerruti strikes out Lynn. 1 out. One down. And now the batter is Lemon. Lemon is 1 for 4. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Cerruti will pitch to Lemon. Or will he? No, Cerruti will not pitch to Lemon. They will take him out. Lemon hits a little better against lefties. And they're going to go ahead and bring in, or will they take him out? Hold on here. All these people to choose from. You know what? No, Cerruti will stay in there. Cerruti will stay in instead. He's not tired yet anyway. So John Cerruti, and upon further review, they'll let him pitch. Cerruti against Lemon, tied at 4. 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Infield is in. Fans here at Tiger Stadium. Strategy roll. Nothing happened. That strategy roll. That's a 20. Cerruti. He tries to get an out, but not this time. He throws to Evans, but Evans gets back. Cerruti will now pitch to Lemon. Cerruti, 4-3, strikeout 11. That's high. Lemon swings, 1-3, and it's a fly ball to center field. Could we have a sacrifice fly walk-off? Out number 2. Lemon sacrifice fly of 1. Does he bring in Pettis? No, but Pettis has got great speed. Base runner 4. Center fielder is Mosby. He's got a 0 arm. Pettis takes off. A 1-4. He will score, and he does. Pettis comes in to score. TOR! Tigers winning on a walk-off sacrifice fly. That's your game. Stadium cheers. Yay! A sacrifice fly to center by Lemon. And the Tigers will win this game 5-4. Unbelievable victory, even though it kind of goofed, but a win for the Tigers 5-4. What a victory for them. 3 runs on 2 hits, a walk, an error, and a balk. And the Tigers will take a 5-4 win here at Tiger Stadium. Big win for the Cats and the Blue Jays. They got to be careful. The Blue Jays are in 4th, but now a full game behind the Red Sox for 3rd. But what a victory for the Tigers. Final line score coming up. For the Tigers, 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. For the Blue Jays, 4 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Mike Henneman. He'll go ahead and get the win. And John Cerruti, he gave up the winning run, and he will take the loss, even though Tom Henke does get a blown save. What a win for the Tigers tonight. Moved to second base in the game. Well, I had no idea he did that because he's not rated at second base. And since he was probably only there for 1 game, I'm not surprised that Chris didn't rate him at that position. But a win there for the Tigers and a 5-4 victory. What a game to start for Friday night. But we're not done yet. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Tough loss for the Blue Jays as 9th inning magic strikes again. Could not get any outs. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Blue Jays are going to take a tough loss here, a 5-4 loss, as the Tigers go ahead and win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Let's see how the rest of the majors goes. September 6th, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 22-45, and that is 7. Orioles 162, and that's 5. And the Red Sox will beat the Orioles. So Boston is now a game and a half ahead of Toronto for 3rd. California, Kansas City, big series out there. California 5-12, and that is 0. Royals 15-13, and that is 2, and that's a win for the Royals. Seattle at Minnesota. Mariners 14-52, and that is 6. Minnesota 21-26, and that's 5, and that will be a win for the Mariners, a tough loss for the Twins. Cleveland and the Yankees. Cleveland 9-54, and that is 5. Yankees 11-41, and that is 4. And with that win, the Tigers have now taken over first place by a game. Oakland at Texas. Oakland 13-54, and that is 6. Rangers 2-41, and that is 3. Another win for the A's As I said, they should wrap up the AL West in a couple of weeks. Or a few days, I should say, since we go it that way. Dodgers and the Braves. The Dodgers have 73 losses. Dodgers 9-25, and that is 3. Braves 2-65, and that is 7. And that is a win for the Braves. The Dodgers now 74 losses. Philadelphia and the Cubs. Phillies 8-13, and that is 1. Cubs 18-13, and that is 2. That's a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Astros. Big series there for the Reds, more than for them than the Astros. The Astros and Giants are going to get to the postseason. Question is who wins the division. Reds 7-13, that is 1. Astros 5-36, and that is 3. And that is a win for the Stros. The Reds go back to 3 games under 500. They got to be over that mark. Mets and the Pirates. Mets holding on to a 1-game lead on the Cardinals. Mets 9-65, and that is 8. Pirates 5-41, and that is 3. And my Mets will have a happy recap. Padres and the Giants. Padres 8-63, and that is 7. Giants 4-22, and that is 1. The Padres will gain a game on the Reds. Now they're only a half game back of the Reds for 3rd, and the Giants now fall to 3 games behind the Astros for the division. Montreal and the Cardinals. The Mets need the Cardinals to lose this one here. Expos 8-54, and that is 5. Cardinals 5-51, and that is 4. And the Expos will beat the Cardinals, and the Mets are now 2 games ahead in 3rd. On to September 7th, Boston at Baltimore. Boston 29-54, and that is 9, and they are moving up the standings. Baltimore 3-36, and that is 3. Another win for the Bo Sox. They are not far from the division. They were only 2 games back at the start of today. Toronto at Detroit. Toronto 12-66. That is 10. Tigers 6-25, and that is 2. And the Blue Jays will get some payback. California at Kansas City. California 13-36, and that is 4. Royals 12-55, and that is 6. And another win for the Royals. White Sox and the Brewers. Brewers have not been playing too well. White Sox 8-54, and that's 5. Brewers 10-41, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Chi Sox. And the Brewers are now looking like they are now on the outside looking in. Seattle and Minnesota. Seattle 3-36, and that is 3. Twins 12-26, and that is also 3. They will have extras. Seattle rolls a 4, -1 is 3. Minnesota rolls a 2, -1 is 1. That's another win for the Mariners and another bad loss for the Twins, who right now I believe Kansas City and Minnesota are now tied for second in the AL West. Cleveland and the Yankees. Cleveland 11-22, and that's 2. Yankees 19-12, and that's 2. They will tie. We have extras between those 2. Cleveland rolls a 4, +2 is 6. Yankees roll a 1, that's a +0. Another win for the Tribe. Oakland at Texas. Oakland 15-54, and that is 7. Rangers -262, and that's 4. And that's another win for the A's. Mets and the Cubs. Mets now taking on the Chicago Cubs. Is a great chance to see if the Mets can beat a team they're supposed to beat. Mets 16-65, and that is 10. Cubs 7-45, and that is 4. Another happy recap for the Mets. Astros and the Dodgers. Dodgers now at 74 losses. Houston 436, and that is 3. Dodgers 435, and that is also 3. They will tie. Astros roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. Dodgers roll a 6, plus 0. The Dodgers will win the game. They cannot lose any more. They only got 6 losses left before they are out. Montreal at Pittsburgh. Montreal 5-15, and that's 1. Pirates 7-21, and that's 2. The Pirates will beat the Expos. The Pirates looking to hold on to the top of the NL East. Reds and the Padres. This is a huge series between those two. Cincinnati at San Diego. This is a big game here. 2-game set against them. Reds 6-43, and that is 4. Padres 10-33, and that is 3. And that game belongs to the Reds. Braves and the Giants. Can the Giants gain a game on the Stros? Braves 13-32, and that is 4. Giants 15-32, and that is also 4. They will tie. Lots of spoilers so far. Atlanta rolls a 5, minus 2 is 3. Giants roll a 6, minus 2 is 4. The Giants will win and gain a game on the Stros. Philadelphia and the Cardinals. A win by the Phillies would be great for the Mets. Phillies 4-32, and I think they're gonna get it. That's 2. Cardinals 10-21, and that's also 2. They will tie. They will tie. Philadelphia rolls a 2, plus 0. Cardinals roll a 6, plus 0. The Cardinals will win it in extras. On to September 8th, Oakland at Kansas City. Big series out there. Oakland 13-46, and that's 5. Royals 10-14, that is 1. Another win for the A's. Detroit and the Yankees, a huge series in the AL East. Tigers 12-44, and that is 5. Yankees 24-63, and that's 10. The Yankees will win that one. Angels and the Rangers. Angels 12-41, and that's 4. Rangers 10-41, and that's also 4. And we got a tie. More important for the Angels. Angels roll a 2, plus 0. Texas rolls a 1, plus 1 is 2. That is a tie, which means the Rangers win it due to home field advantage. Mets and the Cubs. Mets again. Can they make it 3 happy recaps in a row? Mets 10-65. The answer to that question is yes. That's 8. Cubs 7-42, and that is 4. And the Mets have 3 happy recaps. Astros and the Dodgers. Dodgers trying to hold on for their playoff lives. Houston 1-46, and that is 3. Dodgers 9-34, and that is also 3. They will tie. Astros roll a 2, plus 1 is 3. Dodgers roll a 4, plus 0 is 4, and that's another win for the Dodgers. Montreal at Pittsburgh. Expos 4-14, and that's 1. Pirates 3-52, and that is 4. The Pirates beat the Expos. Pittsburgh looks like they're going to win this division. Cincinnati at San Diego, another big game for the Reds and the Padres. Reds 8-41, and that's 4. Padres 0-21, and that's 1, and that game belongs to the Reds. Atlanta and the Giants. Can the Giants gain a game? Atlanta 5-52, and that's 4. Giants 17-55, that is 7, and the Giants will gain some ground. Philadelphia and the Cardinals. Can the Phillies do the Mets a favor? Phillies 941, and that is 4. Cardinals 736, and that's 3, and that will be a win for the Phillies, and the Mets will gain a full game ahead again of the Cardinals. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 9th, and we will be at Stade Olympique as the New York Mets will take on the Montreal Expos. Sid Fernandez will be going for the Mets, and Brian Holman will be going for the Expos. A big game between those two. The Mets trying to hold on to third and somehow try to catch the Expos for second. The Expos trying to catch the Pirates in first place. Anything is possible here. Who knows what will happen? We'll be there tomorrow night. Fernandez and Holman, Mets and Spos. Be there or be square. Chuck Rawlings, Jeff Merklin, Beatles Eternally, Brian Patterson, Steeler fan, Brian B., David Vega, Sebastian Stratt, Frank Rosank, Clee Baseball fan, Texag 75, and Rodolfo Besa. And let's see here. And let's see, we'll get Mike Eisenberg. After further review with Steve Tower. MV, DJ John, 4444, Doug Hunt, and Jeremy Brooks, and of course, Frank Wainscott. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Tigers win it in the bottom of the ninth, getting 3 runs on 2 hits and a huge error to steal it from the Blue Jays. A 5-4 win for the Cats. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.